Hey, gentlemen, it's Moose. 500 episodes. Wow, what a milestone. And y'all save me so much time. You watch all the TV shows, so I don't even have to turn the TV on every week. I so appreciate that. Keep up the good work, guys. Bye bye.
Hello, Chubbies. Happy 500th anniversary. Okay. Just did what you told me to do. Bacon. With Damon.
Hello, Matthew and Tom. I wanted to congratulate you both on 500 episodes, 500 wonderful shows of Chubs Gone Wild. I don't know if this is your last show or if you guys are just taking a break, but either way, I wanted you to both know how much I really appreciate all the work and thought that you put into these 500 shows. And I want to thank you for creating all the wonderful content that you did and you have so far. I look forward to seeing what's next for both of you, if this is the last show. If it's just a break, yay for all of us. You guys have been a constant source of inspiration and laughter for me. And when I have trouble sleeping at night and I'm listening to your podcast, I go right to sleep within 15 minutes. No, that's not to say that you guys put me to sleep. It means that I find both of your voices very relaxing and calming, which allows me to go to sleep. And if you know my history of not being able to sleep, you would know that's a good thing. On another note, when I do fall asleep, I get to re-download it and listen to where I left off. And so each one of your shows lasts me about 3 nights. So that's pretty cool, huh? I'm getting the most for my mileage. The biggest buck for the bang. So thank you both very much. All jokes aside, I want to let you know that I know how much it takes to do what you guys have been doing 500 times. And I don't think that you get told enough how much it is appreciated and how much we value everything that you put into these shows. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for 500 wonderful shows. Well, there was that one that was just, I don't know, you guys must have been having an off day, I don't know. Anyways, love you both. Can't wait to see what's next. And if it's just a break, then have a drink and lots of sex while you're on this break. Love you both. Congratulations on 500 shows. Oh, and this has been Michael Sage.
Well, hello. It is that time. It is our big, gigantic, hefty, chubby, Chubs Gone Wild, episode 500. It is a milestone. It is a scale breaker. It is when the doctors do the intervention and say, "Oh my God, where's Richard Simmons when you need him?" Anyway, it is episode 500, recorded on June 26th, 2023, where it is 86 degrees and clear outside the Chubs Gone Wild remote studios, and this is the last episode of Pride Month for 2023. Hello. Hi. Happy Pride. What did you do for Pride?
Let's see. I talked to you.
Yay! That's all you need to do.
Okay.
I am Pride personified. At least that's what I've been told this year. It is 70 days till Labor Day, 101 till Canadian Thanksgiving. Wait, 101, 110 till Canadian Thanksgiving. Got somebody's hopes up there. It's 107 days until Halloween, which is wrong because Halloween comes after Canadian Thanksgiving. So something's up there.
Yeah.
Siri,
Oh my
lied
God.
to me.
I mean, I know we're 6 months away from Christmas and less one day.
Yeah.
That I can tell you, but okay.
Hey Siri, how many days until Halloween?
It's 127 days until then.
There you go. All right, let's correct that because I mean, I think TJ probably just got a panic because she had less time than she thought to get that costume ready. And it is 182 days until Christmas. I'm pretty sure that one's correct.
It should be, at least in ballpark. Yeah.
Right. And for those
Oh,
waiting
you can
for
hear what I did for you know what I did
Oh.
for Pride? I snoozed you for a month
You snoozed me for a month?
on Facebook.
Oh, isn't that sweet? So that means that all the posts and everything that I've been posting saying how awesome you are, you
No,
have
no, no. I go in and I check them, but
oh
see when you were blowing out pride through your butthole and it was everywhere. Then everyone's got to go, oh, Matthew, so you're always up. It's always in my face. So I went, that's it. I'm snoozing him for pride. He's just too obnoxious.
oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, you're so full of pride.
I am. I was, hey, we needed more pride this year than we have needed in years since 2015. And we'll talk about that later.
Oh,
Yeah.
back can't say it.
Well, anyway, so hey, our big announcement. People have been waiting for that. But instead of that, let's go ahead and wait till the end of the show to talk about that. Instead, let's thank those amazing hardcore fans who sent our hardcore friends and supporters and those we love, who sent us voicemails. Mr. Moose, very, very sweet. And Miss Bacon, Woodhaven, back to you. And Mr. Michael Sage. Wow, that was
what I liked was first of all, I can't remember Moose's voice. So he had a little twang there, little accent.
I love that.
Yeah. And then when Michael Sage started talking, it was like, oh, who's this?
Yes.
That's a very strong masculine voice.
It is. It's one of those Brenda Vaccaro.
And he made me wait until the end to find out who it was because I didn't I didn't know his voice by his voice. So so that was fun.
Yes. Yeah. And thank you guys. That really meant a lot. So, to be recognized for all the stuff we do.
Well, I hate the fact that my head is right in the middle of 5 and 0. So my head is like a big 0.
I love that. It's perfect, though. It's
good.
It's perfect. Yeah.
So glad you love that.
Yep. And then when we do see the yellow O behind you, it's like a little halo. Oh, I can see a halo. Oh,
there we go.
Yeah. Oh, nice. That's perfect. That's beautiful. Chubby Jesus. All right. So yes, announcement at the end of the show. So you will just have to wait to get the news. Anyway, in the meantime, thank you to our patrons who offer folks a way to support creators. Patreon offers folks a way to support creators and receive rewards not open to the general public, like special podcasts, videos, books, and so much more. And we want to thank our current patrons: Clint, Nephi, Nick, DJ, Star Sage from the Universe, Eric, Sean, Charles, Brothers Anatus, Phoenix Dave, Kingsley, and Most P. Please visit patreon.com/MattBurlingame and find out how you can be a supporter of all of our projects for as little as $1 a month, including, some other projects that might be, something we'll talk about soon. All right. Well, it is
I was looking for what you might be talking about, but it seems like it's so far ahead.
Yes.
Like the end of the show.
Like about an hour away from now.
Which, well, the way you're going, it could be like a 3 or 4 hour episode.
Well, it's our 500th, so we've got to expand.
Yeah.
We're good at expanding. Okay, so this is a very important day in history. It's a very important day to us in history, and to you especially in history, because, well, June 26, 2015 marks the milestone for the civil rights in the U.S. as the Supreme Court announced its decision in Obergefell. I swore I could pronounce it yesterday, versus Hodges. By one vote, the court rules that the same-sex marriage cannot be banned in the U.S. and all same-sex marriages must be recognized nationwide. So finally granting same-sex couples equal rights to heterosexual couples under the law. And that was the year, I believe, that you got legally hitched.
It's funny because I'm looking at my marriage license and it says 2013 on it.
What?
You know, it's so confusing.
Now, wait, okay, so we had the right in California to get married.
No. We
No,
got married
it
after
was,
the announcement.
it was okay. Yeah.
Looking at it closer now.
Okay. Tom's gonna look at that closer because that is a little odd, a little weird. Is it really 2015? Because I thought that the whole thing came unhinged in 2014. I don't know. That whole time period's a little off for me because I just swamped in Pride Media stuff at the time, and everything just went so quickly. Whoa! Huh, on the screen, it looked like you fell over. Woo! Okay, hello.
What I see is the only date I see on there is 2013, other than our birth dates. So.
Huh. Okay. Wow.
Something's wrong somewhere. That it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if these guys are off. We'll have to look stuff up at some point. Okay. Anyway, today's affirmation. Take a deep breath.
Oh.
What?
I just did.
Okay. And release. Today's affirmation. I take care of my body. I cherish and revere the temple I live in. Well, getting there. How about you?
What?
How's your temple?
Oh, it's doomed.
Okay. All right. Let's get on to holidays then and see if we accidentally celebrated something. Today is Beautician's Day. Yep, I think we both skipped that. All right. It's also Forgiveness Day. Tom, I forgive you.
You mean for you like
stealing all my boyfriends? Even though you didn't really, but they all like it better anyway. Okay. International Day of Support of Victims of Torture. National Barcode Day. Did you celebrate any barcodes today?
No. But I show the ruling was in September of 2015.
Okay. Yeah.
So something is weird.
Something is off because, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe we went through one of those,
well, it's that whole thing with the pandemic. It's confusing everything.
That's we will blame it on that. That is correct. It's also National Canoe Day. Did I ever tell you the canoe story with Clint?
Oh, and the otters?
No. Vivas. No. So I told him for my birthday or Christmas or something at one time that I would like a really nice cologne. And since he has good taste in colognes, that I would like him to pick it out for me. So he ended up getting me a bottle, a large bottle of a cologne, and it was called Canoe. Of course, me knowing nothing about colognes, thought, oh my God, he must have spent a fortune on this. And I didn't really like it that much, but I was like, he bought it for me, and it was so wonderful and so thoughtful until we walked into a Big Lots and there was a whole display of the same shit for like $7. And he let me believe that it was like some big fancy thing too. Bitch. All right,
It's
moving
all,
on.
it's all fancy if you like it.
Oh, that is true. I will
Yeah.
say, yeah, I have liked. There's been some cheap ass shit out there that I've actually really liked, and some expensive stuff that I hated. So it's also National Chocolate Pudding Day. Do you like chocolate
Did a
pudding?
little chocolate pudding, but it was a different kind of chocolate pudding.
Oh God, you and your poo jokes. Uh, I like chocolate pudding, but not often.
Well, I don't like it because I don't like the bleamus over the top.
That's dirty. Shouldn't talk about that on the show.
Mm.
Anyway, let's see. Please take my children to work day.
Ugh. Please take all your children to work now. I'm retired. Bye-bye.
Take my children, please. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
God. That was the worst day of the year for gay people because, unless they had kids, because
Right.
we had to deal with everybody's kids, their grandkids, nieces and nephews. It was a nightmare.
I
They
just
all got, see, when I was working at VPD, they all got movies and they got a big party. And anybody that had kids went downstairs and watched movies and had cake and lunch. And I sat up there
doing your work.
chewing.
I'm sorry, but to me, you go to work to escape your children.
Right, right.
All right. Let's see. And it's also Tropical Cocktails Day. Will you be celebrating?
No.
Oh, okay. Me neither. Womp
Well, the
womp.
problem with tropical ones, first of all, is that they are very, very sweet.
Yes.
I mean, first of all, you're getting 100 calories just from the rum because tropical cocktails usually are rum based,
Yeah.
and then you're throwing in coconut milk or you're throwing in some kind of sugar thing like for blue
Right.
Hawaiians, Mai Tais. You're throwing in extra, sweetness with pineapple and yeah, it's a 200 or 300 calorie cocktail, and I'm not ready for that.
No. No, I can see that. Um,
Especially when I could have 2 more shots of rum for the same, and not have any of the sweetness and actually get drunk.
well, there you go.
I'd rather work on the drunk than, oh, look at, I've got a lovely little cocktail here.
Oh, I know. It's my Mai Tai, and all the sugar's gonna make me have a bad hangover the next day.
Oh yeah, terrible, terrible.
Um, this weekend I had pink flamingos, which is a shot of a shot of vodka, Fresca, and then a little cranberry in
Yeah, I
it.
thought that had something to do um with gingers.
Hmm.
That was like a term for pubic hair for gingers was a pink flamingo.
I never
Yeah,
that. Nope.
I
That's
thought
a
it
no.
was a ginger thing, but anyway, I guess yours doesn't sound that great though.
Actually, it was okay. So it actually was really good.
Okay.
Surprisingly, it was really good, except that well, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't say except, but the bartender who was serving it was one of the scientific ones who
Oh,
measured everything exactly instead of saying, here's your vodka. It was even it was he used the instruments, and I'm like, okay, you're either trying to keep people from getting totally smashed here, or you're kind of a novice because you just put in the fucking alcohol. Anyway, just saying. All right, what we got next? Oh, that's right, we've got birthdays, and I think there's a lot of birthdays. A lot of people doing the hanky panky back then. All right, happy birthday to Jonathan Richard Hank, Bob Roberts, and that would be our one of our local podcasting boys who does some of the horror events. Oh, also that Tom in Thailand from the Tom in Thailand podcast. And we've got happy birthday to Alan, to Sharon, who used to be on Big Gay Sex Show with her. No. Oh my goodness. Let me rephrase that. It was the Being Gay Today TV show. Very different show.
Very different.
Also to Sybil Kelso. How do I say this name?
Jaina.
Jaina. Okay. Yes. Okay. So happy birthday, Jaina. Also to Viva la
She's
Jonsa.
going to be 65 this year.
Is she?
Yeah.
Is she? Wow.
She's the oldest woman I ever dated.
Well, then or now?
Obviously then.
Okay. Let's see. We also have president of one of the local organizations that is a sponsor of the show, Mr. James. We also have in memory, Theron. And then we have Gary and Alan and author Rick Reed. We have Michael. Adam Michael James, who wrote the Bewitched Continuum. Really, really good. We have Mike. Oh, no. We have Brother Sinatus. Happy birthday, Brother Sinatus. I always love it when a patron has a birthday.
We also have Damien's birthday is coming up next weekend. So
I thought that was June 6th.
July 1st.
Oh, okay. Well, happy birthday to Damien and to Quentin and artist George Alley. And we have author Ike Rosen. And we have one more. We named him Queen Bitch of the South, someone we absolutely love. And that would be Craig the Freak Geek, formerly of the Freak Geek podcast, and member of the Freak Network. So happy birthday. Happy birthday, everybody. All right. What we got next? Let's figure it out, shall we? Let's do it together. We got some feedback. So Sean wrote in and said, my first celebrity crush was Molly Ringwald, a true cliche for many in my generation. And I understand now, of course, we had crushes on the boys in the Brat Pack. Was it Brat Pack? Was that what they called them? No, you don't. Oh, well, yeah, you weren't really.
Brat Pack, but I didn't find any of them attractive.
I think the only reason that I liked them was because I was
Popular.
a teenager who was supposed to like them at the time.
I get it. Because
Yeah.
I mean, my first probably girl crush would have been. Well, I told you it was Bewitched. It was Elizabeth Montgomery.
Yeah.
It was that girl, Marlo Thomas.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, those were like, such a good wife. I don't know what that means, but it was a nice girl, and so that seemed to be where everyone was pushing me towards.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, but you can exactly tell how old he is because he had his first crush was Molly Ringwald.
Who I liked her. I mean,
She's from Sacramento, by the way.
Yes, and a lot of people gave her, some shit for not being that great, and then she faded from, whatever. I always liked her, and you know what? I love the fact that she pops up here and there doing these great roles now. So yeah, she's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I thought all the kids were decent actors.
Yeah.
I don't give them any flack for that at all. And anybody that's in the Breakfast Club, which is one of the great movies from the 80s.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, there's certain movies that you wished if you were an actor that you wished you had been in. I remember seeing the Breakfast Club first run over in Woodland Hills at the theater, and I thought to myself, I want to be in a movie like this. I want to be one of these people in this movie. And I was in the industry at the time, so it wasn't an over kind of zealous kind of wish.
Right.
I mean, nothing ever, really came from anything, but it was a possibility at that point.
Exactly. And the fact that every one of the students had great monologues. I
Well,
mean, monologues that you could just literally pull and do it on stage.
even the principal, you
Hmm.
know, had a great role, and it's something when he dies, or if he has died, I'm sure that they're going to mention the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, yeah,
So, I mean, that's all actors truly want, is when they die that they're remembered for roles, certain
right.
roles, any roles,
And
actually.
for my, well, I mean our generation, but specifically for my age group at that time, that was one of the epitomes of the iconic movie defining my experience. So, yeah, very cool. Okay, okay, chub hugs. We gotta send some chub hugs out, sir. And I think we're gonna send it out to your camera.
Well, it's just I'm looking at, all I can see is my neck.
Oh, there's
Okay, I
nothing
feel
wrong
better
with
now.
that.
Now I've clipped it off. I've clipped it off. We're good.
Okay. Um, all right.
Chub hugs, I have one.
Okay, yes, please.
I'm sending a chub hug out to poor Vladimir Putin, who now has to face the fact that people don't like him in his own government.
Well, I think he's facing the fact that people are actually saying to his face, "We don't like your ass."
Yeah, and now he can't, he can't trust anybody, and that's going to drive him mad. So
Yeah.
I feel I send out a chub hug to him, even though, and I would insist that that chub hug comes when he puts a shirt on. Ugh, those little weird nipples, and he's so pale. I mean, seriously.
Yeah. See, I don't mind that. What I mind is, him and his having all
Death
those
squads.
lovely nukes and death squads and putting anybody who disagrees with him. And yeah, I mean, he is just.
Okay, maybe he's not such a good person to give a chub hug out to. I hope you're
No,
happy.
I think it's a hug of haha. So there you go.
Oh, you think I've
Um,
got something behind my hug? Okay, go ahead.
yeah.
Hey,
All right.
anybody die this week?
Well,
I
wait a
haven't
minute.
given
I
you a
have
chub
a
hug
hug
yet.
or two to send out,
Okay, go ahead.
including everybody dealing with the extreme weather issues.
I
Uh,
know it's been
and
so cold here.
well, it's been very nice here, but down in Houston, people are dying from the heat. And then there was the big tornadoes that were, tearing through things and killing people. So
Well,
the
that's probably because of the gays, right? And it was not that what they usually say, but it's in the South. That makes no sense. Okay, I'm
Pat
so
Robertson died, so I think our ire has been
Oh, okay. Okay.
met. So anyway, also to listeners, to Christopher and to Debbie, happy chub hug just because. All right. Celebrities. Yes, we have had some celebrities who have passed this last week, including Sheldon Harnick, who was a Fiddler on the Roof lyricist, or the lyricist, who died June 23rd at the age of 29.
99.
Yes, that's what I said.
No.
29.
But anyway, now you realize that he's the last of the folks that were working, the creative team of Fiddler on the Roof. He's the last to survive. So it's and it's just, I mean, you look back at talk about lyrics, Sunrise, Sunset.
Right.
I mean, if I were a rich man,
Uh, I I have that. I can get that song stuck in my head
yeah, I
for
mean,
weeks at a time.
tradition. And what was the one the girl? Oh, about the girls sing together. Oh God, I know we got
Remember.
listeners right now screaming out the name of the song, and I can't think of it.
Uh-huh.
But I love the song about who they wanted to marry song. That was a great song too.
Oh, and that was about the the nudge, the mensch, the
Matchmaker, matchmaker. Yes,
thank
thank you.
you.
Well,
That
you know what was stuck in my head was from Gypsy. If Mama was married, we live in a house. You know that
oh
one. And so that
yeah.
was stuck in my head too. So I'm glad that you remembered Matchmaker, Matchmaker, or Minch, Minch.
Mensch, mensch, yeah, I was like, wait a minute, what? That it was, yeah. Okay. Yenta. That's what I was trying to remember. Okay. Teresa Taylor, former Butthole Surfers drummer and Madonna merch peddler in Richard Linklater's 1990 film Slacker, died at the age of 60. Oscar-nominated character actor Frederick Forrest, who starred in The Rose and Apocalypse Now, has died. He was 86. And John Waddington, the founding guitarist of the post-punk band, the Pop Group, died Tuesday. He was only 63.
Yeah, with Frederick Forrest, I found out from Bette Midler.
Yeah, I saw that she tweeted something.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant.
Nice.
I didn't mean she just texted me and said,
Oh,
"Did you
well,
hear
I mean,
Frederick
she
Forrest
could
died?"
have. I mean, you're on all the radar. I mean, hell, you're probably invited to Betty Buckley's parties these days.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that is when you're close personal friends.
that's true. It's who is it? Coco Peru, and she likes a lot of my posts. So, you know, my set. All right, and now Tom wants to talk to you about.
Well, let's see. I'm glad with Max. One thing that's kind of nice is all my paranormal shows are coming on right away on Max, where
Oh,
Discovery they weren't. Well, at least I don't think they. I mean, they weren't on Discovery Plus, but all of a sudden we've got a whole new season of Ghost Adventures, a whole new season of Ghost Hunters. So I was really happy about that. Not to mention all my Food Channel shows come on the day that they are, actually on Food Channel. So I really enjoy that. So I'm really happy with Max right now.
cool.
So let's see. That we're going to do that together. Oh, did you see Summer Baking? They did a Pride Day.
No, but now I will make a point to
Yeah,
watch
so,
it.
so they did a Pride one. They had to make something rainbow, and
Yay!
and the one person that isn't gay or a female went home. So yay, it was a straight guy on Pride. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, Drag Me to Dinner. They had a baby shower and a toga shower or toga party. So those were the two different episodes I saw this week. It's just that Drag Me to Dinner, which is on Hulu.
Yeah.
It's the first episode is kind of clunky, but it gets better and better each episode.
Oh, that's good to hear. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give it a watch.
Started watching a new show called Glamorous, which is basically Ugly Betty on Netflix. It's about a young binary boy who gets a job working at the mall, and then while he's working the makeup counter at the mall, in comes Kim Cattrall, who is the head of Glamorous, which
Ooh.
is a makeup company, and he's talking to her, and and she likes him so much, she says, "Why don't you quit this job and come work for me?" So it has an Ugly Betty feel to it.
Okay.
Even though he's not a girl and he's not ugly.
Now, is he a he? You said
Well, he's non-binary, but he refers to himself as just a boy.
Okay.
So I was confused. But yes, and he's actually quite pretty when he makes himself up too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So let's see. I started watching Secret Invasion, which is the Nick Fury Disney
Yes,
Plus
me
series
too.
that just started. Also got started watching Bear season 2 over on Hulu.
I haven't watched season 1 yet. How creepy is it?
It's not creepy at all. What do you mean creepy? It's
Oh, I thought
about
it was like a really intense show.
well, first of all, it's a comedy
Oh, okay,
about, about opening up a restaurant, well, running a restaurant, and the second season is reopening the restaurant. And I mean, it's sometimes it feels like it's not a comedy, but it has that comedy feel to it throughout, even when it's dramatic.
Maybe I'm thinking of a whole different show.
You probably are. The other two this week had Carrie, the older brother. He was trying to get a part in the new movie coming out about Albert Einstein's lover, and he's like, "Oh my God, I didn't know Albert Einstein was gay." And she goes, "Yeah, well, there's rumors." He's talking to someone, and she goes, "Well, yeah, the rumor is that he was." Of course, the rumor came from the screenwriter. Uh, so I mean, the whole episode was really a funny episode. Actually, one of the better episodes, just because everybody was insane in the episode. Just though it was crazy. Um, and you would really like this Carrie's sister's ex-boyfriend. He plays this. He's a nurse, but he's like, they make him sound like he's Puerto Rican, but he's gorgeous and has a full chest of hair, and he's running around without a shirt on through the entire episode.
And that's
So
the other two?
the other two, yeah. But we're in season 3, girl. You're gonna have to get through them.
Oh yeah, I will.
Okay, let's see, on Stars on Mars, just more dumbness. It's like one thing that bothers me is just that the people, the contestants, they're not showing themselves off very well in a lot of these shows where they bring in these pseudo celebrities. They need to be careful that they don't end up looking like blithering idiots at the end of it. So and this one, they a lot of times they sound like they're pretty dumb, and then sometimes they're very charming, and it's weird. Full Monty episode 2 gives us a little bit of idea that we've got problems at the school. The guy who runs, and all these are being worked on by the guys from the original series 26, or the movie 26 years ago. So now in the series, one guy works at the school and his wife is the principal there. One guy owns a restaurant and he's kind of being hassled by somebody about the restaurant. It's just, I think we're leading up to the town really needs a big fundraiser for the school, and everybody needs a shot in the arm of happiness, and then maybe we need to have a strip show. I guess we'll see if that's where it goes. So the Great Food Truck Race, they're in Los Angeles. Established food trucks against like people just starting up in a food truck, never worked in food trucks before. So obviously the people who are the newbies aren't very well, they just don't know how to deal with shit. When there's a problem, oh my God, how do we drive with the fryer, without it spilling everywhere? Oh, the generator's not working. I can't get the propane tank off. Oh my God, we have no propane. What are we going to do? That kind of stuff, where food truck people who are established, they check the generator, check everything is checked every morning, every night and every morning to make sure everything works before they head out, because you can't make fries. That's $6 every order that you're possibly not getting. If you don't have a deep fryer and you're making hot chicken, you're fucked. So it's ultimately it's a really good show. There's a lot more trash talking than in past seasons, but I'm okay. Are you watching Black Mirror at all?
Not yet, no.
Okay, then I'll episode 2 and 3, very dark, where episode 1 was kind of like ironically hilarious. These are very dark episodes, I'll just say that. The Righteous Gemstones are back on Max. It's funny because you find yourself rooting for these religious people, but if something terrible happens to them, it's okay too, you know what I mean? It's you like the characters until you remember who the characters are.
Right.
And then it's kind of off. There's a new Hot Ones, First We Feast, hot chicken wing challenge on YouTube with Melissa McCarthy that I found very, very funny. Brian was saying that he's pretty sure she had like a seizure or something. I go, no, there was 2 strokes. I know 2 strokes she had during that. But I'm sure that it's just Melissa McCarthy knowing how to be funny. And, when something hits, you get the one eye and
Uh,
she
yeah.
was hilarious in it. So like that a lot. Amy Schumer's new stand-up on Netflix did not like. It's not that I didn't like it. I just didn't remember it the next day.
Yeah.
We were Sean and I remembered one bit from the show, and that's all we could really remember. Just it was not memorable at all, and it was surprising because usually her shows are very funny.
Yeah, I don't get it with her. She was so good when she just popped out on the scene all of a sudden and exploded. And
Oh,
then
that's
she
because
did,
now she's married with a child, and that changes her humor.
I guess, because I
She's
just
not
have
the
not
chubby
enjoyed.
girl trying to get laid anymore.
Yeah, I'm just not enjoying anything from her lately.
Did want to tell you that the Pink Ladies, the show of the prequel to Grease got canceled, and they're not happy about it. I can tell you that much, according to what I'm hearing online. So maybe they'll look for another place to go.
Hmm.
Queen of the Universe was canceled,
I
and
can't say I'm
and Magnum
surprised.
PI was also canceled on NBC.
Can't say
Uh,
I haven't heard jack shit about that, and it's been on for what, 2 seasons?
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, which one? Queen of the
Uh,
Universe?
no, no, I'm the
Magnum
other
PI, that's been on for like 6 or 7 seasons.
Okay, well, again, if it's
More
been on
so.
that long and I barely hear a damn thing about it, I'm not surprised that it's canceled.
And then I watched Extraction 2 on Netflix. This is the Chris Hemsworth
Oh,
sequel. It's what he does is he's an extractor. He takes people that are caught behind enemy lines, and rescues them.
yeah,
And ultimately, he's like killed at the end of every episode, pretty much. And then he comes back because they want a sequel. Okay. It's
right.
amazing that they saved him.
It,
But
yeah,
I mean, they're just very violent. It's just gun
very,
shooting and running
yeah,
for 2 hours, and it's like, I really need more substance to this. This is, I need to have a story, and there's this story here was so simple and limited. So
yeah.
yeah. Uh, anyway, so what did we watch together this week?
Checking one thing first. Stop doing that. Um, just wanted to make sure that I wasn't skipping anything. Okay, this week, so RuPaul's All Stars 8. Well, it was a decent episode. They did the best with not having that much really going on. I thought the challenge was kind of, well, it was okay. I mean, they basically made a dress. Uh, and it's at
Oh,
that
no,
point,
no, no. They made a dress based on another queen.
well,
Oh, so they got what they did.
material.
Can you imagine? I'm sure that most of them opened up those boxes and go, I am stealing all this material.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah,
it was like, 5-6 yards of glittery
yeah.
sequin, costumes or material, or it's just gorgeous satin stuff. I'm like, oh my God, there's got to be like $300-400, maybe even more worth of material in that. But it was based on a queen like Trixie Mattel, so it was all very much Trixie Mattel looking kind of
Exactly.
clothing. So that was really good. But the what was surprising was at the end, it was Alexis Michelle that won, which was a surprise.
Right.
Although I loved her outfit, but if she had to
Yeah.
do this one more time, ah, it's like,
Right.
okay, boring. Let's do something else.
And
And
yeah, she's good, but she's not fierce. I
so,
like her, but she doesn't have, like, even though I'm not a fan of Candy Muse has the it. She has that it factor that you pay attention to her whether you like her or not.
yeah,
And
somebody online posted her picture and said she sells seashells by the seashore because she has that terrible lisp.
Yes.
Can you imagine her trying to say that? There'd be so much slobber on that microphone. It would be ridiculous.
Yeah. And then she has the accent on top of it, and then she has that ghetto. I don't want to say ghetto. That's a horrible thing to say, but she has that over affected, New
She's
York
street
type
smart.
accent.
She's street smart.
Yeah, okay. But I I thought that Candy was gonna go, but she took out Lala Ree instead, which
Well, the thing was, it
I
looks
think was
like
a
last week he
strategic
told
thing.
her, "Thank you for saving me.
Uh-huh.
I will not forget that." And then the next challenge she wins and she sends her home.
Yeah.
So
So it was a strategic thing. It had nothing to do with
well, I
love.
don't think it was strategic because I think Lala wasn't as good as Candy. I think it was she was being judging her by talent over who's going to be the biggest competitor between the two of them. Candy is over Lala Reed,
Uh,
especially her makeup this week was terrible. It
oh
was
well,
so
that
blasé.
that I agree with you.
I
Yeah.
mean, it was pretty. She looked pretty, but everybody else was painted up, and she comes out basically just with powder and lipstick. It was
Right.
weird. I
Who's
mean,
your
she
favorite so
barely
far?
had more makeup on than person wearing the mask.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
Mr.
Jimbo.
Jimbo. So who's
Jimbo.
your favorite so far?
Jimbo.
Yeah, I have to say I didn't care for him much when he came on because he was so clownish, but he's really grown on me. I can see him taking the title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody, I can't remember if it was Rue or was the other when they had not Detox, the two people they had on this week to talk to them when Rue wasn't there.
Oh
Um,
yeah. I don't
yeah,
remember, but I
right.
know who you mean, but I don't
Yeah.
know the names.
It was Raven, and it was the woman or the drag queen we saw in Los Angeles,
Oh,
Chanel. So, but they said to Jimbo, the first chance they get, they're going to get rid of you.
uh-huh.
and it's like, oh yeah, thank you, because it's true. I mean, that's the character. I mean, she has so much going for her. It just feels like she's cruising to win this thing. It's hers to lose now. And
Yes,
so,
it really is.
because if I was Alexis Michelle, I would have gotten rid of Candy
So yeah, I can see it.
because
But
that's competition. They're not going to give it to the Hispanic girl just for those teeth alone.
oh, you and your teeth.
And and it and
But I think that she's doing. I mean, I don't think that she's going to win, but I think that she's really good and that she
she's doing
belongs.
herself a lot of good. She
Yeah,
really is. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. It's just I don't think I will be. She's the one. I'm kind of like going, why is she still here?
I would have thought that actually, I would have thought that they would have voted her out since they were voting the older queens out like
Oh,
right away. I would have thought they would have gone after her too because
okay.
she was on like what season two. So
I don't remember.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so be interesting to see how that goes. And then Queen of the Universe season 2. Yes, we're down to so I watched 2 episodes, the last 2 episodes, and I was very fine with Viola going home. And I don't know why I necessarily that I don't I just did not like her. And I think one of the reasons is she's 20 years old, her she just she's too cocky, she's too she's just too like I'm the it, and she wasn't. And that number from the week before when they saved her, that number was horrible, the outfit was horrible. I don't know why they saved her over the other girl. uh but anyway, so she went home. Bye bye. No problems with that. And then the second episode, the last one, nobody went home. You are caught up, correct?
No.
Okay, how far are you behind?
Well, the whole season's out right now, so
Oh, it is?
yeah.
I didn't get that. I
I'm
only got
pretty
up
sure
to
it is.
the one where the one person had the wasn't able to be there. I don't want to do any spoilers if you haven't seen it yet. But anyway, so okay,
All right.
interesting. I will have to go look then because I would be happy to finish that out. And I honestly completely understand why it's not coming back.
Yeah, it's just there's a it's not I don't know. There's just I don't like all the judges, especially Mel B. Um
Same.
and um and I just it's I don't know. It's just not wowing me.
Well, there is a fucking world, complete fucking world out there of drag queens who can perform and sing and knock it out. And I'm like, where the hell did they get most of these people? Because they just don't have the it factor. They can't hold a note most of the time. I mean,
I don't know that that's true, but okay.
I'm no, that doesn't mean that I don't, just like them as people or whatever. But the fact is, every time they get up there, most of the time they're warbling, especially the smaller little ones. They're like, they're every time there's somebody that they're noting is pitchy, and they're right, and pitchy is being nice about it. And then the one that can knock it out of the park, the larger one, can't remember her name at the moment. She's great, but I don't think that she's gonna win. But I like her. I think that she can actually sing and perform and do the comedy and do everything she needs to do. But anyway, bye bye. Uh, Chinese born American. I finished it. Where are you?
I have not finished it.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
I don't, I no, there won't be any spoilers, but I will say that this had all the elements that it should have had to be a really great series. Um, ex but it fell short, but I'll tell you it's better than a lot of the things that I've been watching that are Marvel lately. um I did enjoy it. I highly recommend it to anybody that loves Marvel to watch it. I think they had a great cast. I loved the parents, especially, and the dynamic they were going with them. But like, especially like you said, that whole like heaven scene
Yeah.
or episode, I was like, what the fuck is I don't need an entire episode to understand the conflict, you know.
I know.
And then I didn't feel a real bond between the the two boys. And then you have the girl thrown in there, and it's just, I don't know, there was just something off about it. Oh, and then somehow, okay, this isn't a spoiler because you can see it coming, but somehow the entire big thing and conflict and confrontation at the end ends up having to take place on like the soccer field or football or whatever it was. And I'm like, how did all these gods and everything else end up ending? Oh, it has to take place on the soccer field in front of everybody. I don't know. It was weird. I didn't hate it. I would even say watch it, but it
Well, you
lacked.
loved it a few minutes ago. Now you've talked yourself out of it. I love
Uh,
that.
see, that's the thing is I'm marveling because I loved parts of it, but other parts of it just were so flat. So, and why did the houses that they lived in feel like it was the 70s? I
What
mean,
does
they had like
Facebook
wood
dad
panel
smash
walls,
post mean?
huh?
Nothing.
Would you just stick with the moment? And then did you watch any more of Deadlock?
Not yet.
Okay. So there's that. I didn't catch up with the fifth episode yet, or the sixth, whatever it is. But it's still a fun show. And then Marvel's Secret Invasion. What'd you think about that first episode?
I mean, the first episode's fine. You know, it's I'm going to continue it.
Yeah.
It's just it took a bit for it to kind of get me interested. But yeah, I'll like this. I mean, Samuel Jackson's not going to do something that's not good. So
Right. And I was sad at the end of that first episode. But yeah, it's one of those series that you're expecting superheroes and you're getting the more reality-based side of things with average people,
and
quote unquote
and
average.
aliens.
Well, yes, with the aliens too,
Oh
which
yeah,
is a nice
the
thing.
normal people. You know.
Well, but they're not, they're not really, you expect superheroes, and it's the other side of that without the superheroes. But I'm sure it'll be good. All right, so my week, well, I posted this, you know, they had Father's Day. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
So there was Father's Day that went on. So I posted a Facebook post because I'm watching all these people post pictures of their dads, and all their dads are like hot. So I posted and said, I'm seeing all these people post pictures of their dads, and all I could think of is smash. And people thought that that was a Hulk
Ashburger.
reference.
What
What?
does that mean?
Well, I'll tell you in a moment if you keep.
Oh, okay.
So, people are thinking that it's like Hulk smash or like, oh, I lost my daddy, and so I just want to smash everything. It's so horrible. Smash is a reference to casual sex. Like, I'd hit it is basically what it's saying, Like, that guy's hot. I'd totally do that person's dad. And so I'm like, smash. But people didn't, you could tell the generation because everybody that was laughing, like, was of a certain age group that understood what I was saying. And the rest of them were all like, little tear faces, like, I'm so sorry for your dad's loss. And so I'm just like, oh, girl, if you have to explain the humor, it's not funny. Anyway, so and then I was invited on Saturday to someone's 50th birthday party, and it was it was a really good event. I mean, this is how you throw a party. A lot of people could learn from these people how to throw parties, but it was at a rich boy's house, and the house was beautiful, and the pool was amazing, and um, it was a very, eclectic party with lots of different people, and I got to in, and so I went with our friend Clint, and of course, all the boys were paying attention to Clint, and all the lesbians and the mothers were paying attention to me. So I found the fat boy chair, the metal chair, and I sat in that chair. And I got up only when I absolutely had to. And usually, when somebody was sitting next to me and I had to get up, I'd say, when you find when a chubby boy finds a good chair, they hold on to it. Watch this chair. Don't let anyone sit here. So, but and that's when I had the pink flamingos, which were very nice, and I got to meet moms and sisters and lesbians from the community. Oh, and I got to see Jam and Joe, who I haven't seen in we figured out probably about 9 years. So, yeah, it was a really fun event. It was a great party, and yeah, so it was nice to get out. The only thing was that Clint is one of those people that goes to the party for the day. So by like hour 8, I'm going. My ass is numb. I'm on the borderline of being drunk. Can we go home yet? But other than that, it was a wonderful time. So, have you watched fail army videos on YouTube?
No.
Okay, so they're basically the videos that you won't like, the ones that where people are like doing stupid shit, and
Getting hurt.
basically, yeah.
Okay.
And so every once in a while I used to watch these videos to, kind of cheer me up, or not so much cheer me up, but make me feel better that I'm not doing stupid shit like that. But man, the more that I've been watching them a lot this week, the more I'm just at the point of shaking my head thinking, what is wrong with people? Like, why would you do anything like that in the first place? It is absolutely incredibly insane. But still watching them. Anyway, uh, what? Oh, we watched that show together. Okay, so that was basically it. Other than that, I haven't watched anything this week. I've been just working on projects or falling asleep early or late, as the case may be. So now that Tom looks thoroughly bored,
You're
for some advice?
you're very. I love how you can read people like that.
I do read you. Yeah. All right. Well, let's read this this advice column. Ready for this? This is Miss Manners. I am friends with a couple whose bickering has steadily gotten worse, with the wife most often laying into the husband. She does this in front of me and also in public. She seems to have no boundaries, making fun of her husband's speech disability, repeatedly giving him the middle finger in restaurants, etc. I told them both that the bickering makes me uncomfortable, but I doubt it will stop when I am present. What they do privately is their own business, and they assure me they are happy together, and that neither party feels verbally abused. However, I'm embarrassed in public by their behavior, and uncomfortable hearing those hurtful verbal attacks. How should I handle this? Should I see them only individually? Should I leave when the bickering begins? Girl, this is most of my friends. I don't know.
Yeah. We'd never be out at all.
Oh,
No. I mean, if it's bothering her so much, and she's already said something,
yeah.
so obviously she hasn't seen if that's changed. So maybe it already has. First of all, because she said she's told them about it. But now what? What if they don't listen to me and they still bicker? Okay, I would say if it bothers you that much, then don't go out with them. Go out with other people. And if you're friends with the woman or the man more, you can go out with them separately. But I think this is that you can answer your own question here.
Yeah, I think pretty much either that, or I'd say pull out one of those like air horns, and every time they start in with that, just blast the air horn. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you'd be invited to a lot of things.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, I remember you and your other partner getting into a lot of fights in public, mouthing off at each other. Certainly, we've had other mutual friends in relationships that just love to tear into each other for no reason in public. It was quite embarrassing, but couples will be couples, I guess. Yeah, just stop. I agree with what you said. Let's see what Miss Manners had to say. Well, Tom is right. And that's all she said. I'm kidding. All right, so the expression commonly used for the opposite type of behavior is get a room. In this case, it sounds like they should get a courtroom. Not that you should involve yourself, even to the extent of commenting. Yes, you could depart, saying, I'll leave you to settle this in private, or you could see them separately. What Miss Manners fails to understand is why you would want to. There you go. All right. Hey, Chubbs, how old were you when you started working?
18.
Okay. I was 17. I was doing in-home care for someone living with my grandmother. Uh, how do you take your coffee?
In the garbage.
You don't like coffee?
No, I don't drink coffee.
Yeah. I very rarely drink coffee either, but when I do, it needs sweetener and cream because I need something to take away that burn taste. Anyway, okay, so let's start. What is this called? What's in your lunchbox? Tom, what are these amazing things that you took pictures of?
Well, let's see. Let me see what the first one. The first one is Sean's. It was a grilled chicken sandwich, and it came with bacon, tomato. It was on a roll. It was good, and he had garlic fries.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had onion rings on what would be a like a cowboy burger because it has like the onion rings, the bacon, the burger, but it also has barbecue sauce. So I don't want the barbecue sauce. So I got rid of the barbecue sauce and had to put
Nice.
mayo on it. And it's the exact same thing you got the week before.
It's really good. Did you like it?
Oh yeah, the meat was really good. It was
Mm.
like, gosh, sometimes I forget how good ground beef can taste when
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
seasoned correctly,
yeah.
and it's a nice brioche roll that they have it on. It was a good burger. I mean, definitely I would get it again.
Right. I'm really impressed with Roscoe's. I mean, just they're so yum.
But this was Pete's.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Okay.
You went there with your mom's cousin or
Well, my mom and my uncle and
uncle?
his
Yes.
wife, but I got the pizza. I got a mini pizza that time. Um, I had something like this at Roscoe's. I thought
Oh,
that's yeah,
okay.
yeah. But I'm sure that I've had this at one of the times because normally when I go there, I get the burger because they take so long with the pizzas. So anyway, yum. All right, Mr. Moose wrote in and said something. Uh, he said, "Good grief, it's hot. Not only hot, humid hot. Couldn't face real food, not even a sandwich. Made salad, mixed greens, olives, heirloom tomatoes, orange, turkey and blue cheese dressing, and a few crackers in there as well. And then fish Friday, sides of slaw, and mac and cheese. Fish
See, I love how he gets two mac and cheeses.
Friday.
I mean, I wouldn't get two mac and cheeses, but I might get two orders of like mashed potatoes and gravy or fried,
Yeah,
something like that. It's like he's so confident with himself that he can get a second side of the side that he just got, and
right.
it's
Yeah.
very respectable. It really is. Hello,
And,
Mr.
and it's nice. It's telling that it actually tastes good because
Oh
out
yeah, yeah,
here,
yeah. Of course.
mac and cheese, I just don't want it because it's always awful. So
Well, that North Carolina mac and cheese is different.
I bet. Okay, so that does that, and then all right. Well, Golden Rule Services want you to know about an important tool in preventing you from contracting HIV. PrEP is a medication proven to be 99% effective when preventing HIV infection. To learn more about PrEP, visit sacgrs.org. And find Tom's podcast on swannerandjudd.com. Find my, shall we continue? Do you want to do the announcement?
Well, I don't know. You went on.
Well, I was waiting for you to like interrupt me and
Oh, Matt, you forgot something.
oh my God, you're right.
Now you need to give me a script if I'm supposed to follow lines here and movement.
Well, you're usually very like on it, so I don't.
Mhm.
We're very good at improv, right? Okay, so we do have the big announcement before we end the show, and a lot of people have been, kind of private messaging me, like our Timothy messaged me and said, "Oh my God, please don't tell me that you're ending the show." So, but time is.
Because I keep getting people emailing me going, "Oh, thank God you're ending this fucking show." And I'm
Oh.
like, "Hey,
Well, you just tell Jaina that she needs to mind her own business. So, but yeah, truth is that things change and times change and projects change, and so sometimes you just have to start a new project. And well, that's what Tom is doing. He has come up with an amazing idea to do a YouTube show. Working title right now is The Creepers. And do you want to talk a little bit about it, or you want to use
what happens is Matt and I and our other two hosts for our podcasts are going to be ghost hunting in the greater Sacramento area, starting probably sometime. Well, we should have something up probably sometime in late July, early August. So
awesome.
that's what we're doing.
Yes.
And as far as Chubs Gone Wild, we will live to see 501.
Yes, we will, and we're looking forward to it. So don't forget to send in your what's in your lunch boxes, send in your Hey Chubs questions, and to find Tom's podcast and other projects at swannerandjet.com, and find my books and other projects at justkisstheguy.com. Find all our links over at allmylinks.com/chubsgonewild, and give us a call at
408-69 Chubs.
And as we progress through the new project, we will be posting behind the scenes video clips and fun stuff like that on Patreon, on the Patreon, which is /Matt Burlingame. So I'm really looking forward to this new project. So
yeah, it's going to be fun seeing some older ghost hunters out there.
That's true. And we need more of us. We could do the Creepers, the Daddy Years. No? Okay. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for all your love and support and for 500 amazing episodes. And we will catch you later. Bye.
Bye.